That's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Richardson will throw to start out here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Terry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Off play action. Richardson escaping the pressure right. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll try the left side. Terry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Richardson to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Richardson off the play fake. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Adnan Mitchell with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now. Go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. If you look at this Colt defense, this unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Johnson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 42. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The Giants at 11-2 now, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That one taken in by Neighbors. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Richardson looking to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. 7-7, our score after 1. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Richardson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Richardson. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Back to the air with Richardson. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Richardson going to move him around. To throw is Richardson. Off the play fake. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Richardson to throw off play action. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Terry. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. In motion left is Mitchell. Now Richardson. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Richardson out of the shotgun. Flushed out right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Callaway. Throws right side, and that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. They'll run on first down. Burris. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Partner, we always talk about how important third down is, but I think first down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Callaway escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They go play action with Richardson. That's caught. It's Coleman. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. In motion, the tight end. Richardson working from the gun. Flush to his right. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Richardson looking to throw this. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now it's Richardson. Complete. This is Mitchell. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. Now Richardson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On the move to his left. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Now a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Callaway. That is caught. He's got a first and maybe more. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. 66 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no run back here. It's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
In motion goes the tight end. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Room here to run.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Throwing to start the drive. Callaway. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Colts 23-yard line.
2nd down and inches. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Callaway.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick here is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Richardson going on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. In motion left is Mitchell. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Richardson yet again.
He finds his man complete. That's Terry. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. 1st down in the red zone.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Off play action. Richardson.
Looking left side, and it's complete.
And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now Richardson going to shift things up.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their 1st, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
Rolling to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Anthony Richardson
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Colts have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Callaway looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and a yard.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Callaway rolling to his right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Callaway. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Back to throw. Callaway. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Callaway. Over the middle. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Richardson looking to throw.
Over the middle, complete. It's Terry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
From the shotgun, Richardson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Richardson going to change the play here.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. You got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Again, it's Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Terry. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Terry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
With the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down.
He'll buy some time right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Palmer, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And his kick is indeed good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
This is 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Callaway. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one too low. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Back to throw again.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
On 4th down, Callaway. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. Burris. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
They'll look to throw again.
That's pulled in by Wilson.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Well, this defense needing a stop here. Got to have it. 3rd and 9.
Now a handoff up the middle. Burris. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Oh, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long